The kitchen smelled like reheated turkey. I dropped my suitcase by the door and called out. Silence. No laughter, no chaos, no family. Just Grandma at the table, hunched over, picking at cold stuffing with trembling hands. In front of her, a folded note. I read it once, twice. My pulse slowed, not quickened. Spent your $10,000 loan on a family cruise. Take care of her. Signed with my mother's neat, careless handwriting. That was it. 10,000 gone, my savings, my trust, and Grandma abandoned like a piece of furniture no one wanted to move. She looked up at me, eyes sharp despite her frail body. "We'll fix this," she whispered. I didn't say a word, I just nodded, because fixing it was already unfolding in my mind. The loan wasn't charity, it was an investment. I gave it willingly months ago, believing their story about overdue bills, believing blood meant loyalty. But then the dinner started without me, the family chats that went silent when I walked in. The new clothes, the upgraded phones, the smug avoidance when I asked about repayment. I should have known. The betrayal wasn't sudden, it was a slow leak I ignored. The cruise was just the final insult. I spent the first night drafting, not letters, not pleas. Papers, contracts. I pulled out my laptop and began constructing a repayment agreement they'd never escape. I had proof, bank transfers, text messages where they promised to return the money, my grandmother as witness. Step 1, secure the debt. Step 2, weaponize the guilt. Step 3, hit where it hurt, their reputation. Grandma watched me type in silence. She didn't ask questions, didn't protest. She just sipped her tea and smiled faintly. "About time," she murmured. I kissed her forehead. She was the only one who never lied to me. 4 days later, they returned, sunburned, laughing, arms loaded with duty-free bags. The front door slammed open and they strutted in like royalty. My mother, my stepfather, my siblings, all glowing from someone else's money. Then they saw me, sitting at the table with Grandma, papers spread out neatly in front of me. The laughter died fast. "Welcome back," I said evenly. "We need to talk." My mother tried the usual performance. Tears welling, voice trembling. "We didn't mean—" I slid the papers forward. "Sign." Her eyes widened. The contract was simple, a legally binding repayment schedule. 10,000 with interest. Miss one payment and their assets, joint accounts, the car, even the cruise tickets, could be seized. I'd already had it notarized, already filed it. All I needed were signatures to complete the chain. My stepfather's face went red. "This is ridiculous! You wouldn't—" I cut him off with a smile. "I already did. The court date's set, but if you sign now, we can avoid embarrassment." I let the word embarrassment hang. They knew exactly what it meant. The neighbors, the church, his business partners. They glanced at each other. Anger, fear, calculation. Grandma coughed softly, her fork clinking against the plate. "Sign it," she said, voice steady. "For once in your lives, do something right." And they did, one by one, with shaking hands. But I wasn't done. I reached into my bag and pulled out the second set of papers, a guardianship agreement. Effective immediately, I held full legal authority over Grandma's care, medical, financial, personal. Their jaws dropped. "Since you left her here," I said quietly, "you won't be burdened. I'll handle everything. Which means no more dipping into her pension, no more signing her checks. She's mine now." Grandma squeezed my hand. They erupted. Shouts, protests, accusations. I stayed calm. I let them flail, let the fury burn itself out. Then I delivered the final cut. I've drafted one more letter. To every relative, every friend, every client you've ever bragged to. Detailing how you stole from me, how you abandoned Grandma at Christmas to sip cocktails on a cruise. It goes out tomorrow, unless you make your first payment by noon. Silence. No one moved. They knew I wasn't bluffing. That night, I slept soundly for the first time in months. By noon, the payment came through. Small, but enough. Proof of submission. Proof they'd broken. Now, weeks later, Grandma sits in my apartment knitting by the window. She laughs more. She eats well. She tells me stories about when she was young, stories no one else cared to listen to. As for them, they're drowning, selling possessions, whispering apologies, begging for extensions. I don't raise my voice. I don't waste my breath. I let the contracts speak for me. Betrayal taught me something simple. Family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by loyalty. They gambled mine away for cocktails and suntans. And now, every month, when the payment arrives in my account, I'm reminded of the balance restored. Grandma was right. We fixed it. Not with forgiveness, with consequences. And I wouldn't trade that justice for all the cruises in the world.